Welcome to the Cancun Airport in Cancun, Mexico. Purpose of this video is to do a walkthrough and give you as much information about this airport in order to make your departure as seamless as possible. We will enter the airport. We will show you how to find out where to check in and give you as much information about the check-in process.
I was just a glimmer back in 69. Thank you.
Good day and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to Cancun International Airport in Cancun, Mexico. We'll do a little 360. This is where you get dropped off from your shuttle or your bus from your resort. Maybe you're coming in from Puerto Morales, maybe you're coming in from Cancun, from an all-inclusive. This is where you'll get dropped off. Now behind me there was the parking. If you're driving in to pick somebody up and you're walking into the Cancun Airport, here is the airport. We're going to head in. The purpose of this video is to take you right from your shuttle seat or your bus seat
through the check-in process.
Walk you through the whole airport just to become familiar with the Cancun International Airport. Now it is super clean. It's well laid out. It's one big room, and we're going to go in and we're going to walk through that room and we're going to take you through the process. Now we're going to come through, look at those floors, very clean. We're going to come in and we're going to see this little big TV up top here, and it's going to give you some information about where you want to go. Now you should know what your airline is and what time you're taking off. And we're going to really hone in on this TV right here, and there it is. It says the check-in area. Now we're going to be with Flair. You can see far left, third one down is Flair. So we're going to section C. And I don't know what airplane you're on or what air company you're with, but we're going to hone in on this a little bit more here. And we can see that if you're with the A section, you're staying here, and B, C, D, and E are to the left. And we're going to kind of walk you through that. So check in, you come in, you look at this board right here, and you see what your airline is. Now if you're with section A here, you're with one of the following: Air Mexico, Air Transat, Frontier, JetBlue, Southwest, or WestJet. You're going to stay in this area, and it says that it's self-check-in. And I'm going to walk you around here and show you these little machines that are going to assist you in checking in. So, kind of took a little back here. We're looking at that sign still, but this is section A of the airport. We've got a Starbucks. Let's say you need a little fix, or you need a little treat or something like that, or you want to get something for on the plane. You head her on in there. They're going to have your Starbucks options. We've got your protect bag where you're going to wrap up the bag if you want to right there. And then we've got a little bit of tourist information just down here a little bit. If you have some questions about the airport, let's say you're lost, you're trying to find somebody, you would probably go there. So information, if you have any issues, you would go there and you would ask them. So what I'm going to do is just walk you around section A here. You see these little machines. You're just going to press whatever airline you're going with, and you can see that. You'll press your airline, and then it'll go through a process asking you about the name. You'll scan your passport, and it'll spit out your boarding pass. And so this is section A. And there's just, like I said, it's self-check-in. You're going to do it all at machines here. But there are a couple people there to assist you. You can see that person standing right there. There's some people standing around that will help you with your bags, with your check-in, and how to help you with the procedure. But clean, you come right in the door, and there's your section A. If you're with one of those airlines, there it is right there. We are with Flair, and we know from that sign that we are going to head down to section C. So there is section A, just to give you a little idea of what it looks like. You walk in, and there it is right here. So we are going to head over to section B right now. So we're going to walk down here, and everything is just in front of you here. Now here is the sign for section B, or if you're with JetBlue or Southwest Airlines, you will be checking in this section here, section B. Now I'll just give you a little big kind of view of it here. You can see those TV screens. They will have JetBlue or the other airline right there, and you're just going to get in line, and they're going to take your bag, and they're going to give you your boarding pass, and that's where you check in. Now we know from that screen back there that we're in section C, which is where flare is. So we're not going to this section here, right here, but I'll give you a little view. It doesn't seem super busy right now, so if you were checking in. So there is the bank. Now if you have some sort of pesos that you need to get exchanged into your American or Canadian money or European money, that's where you would do it before you get on the plane. You probably want to get rid of those pesos. So we also have Air Mexico. We've got some desks right there. If you need to buy a ticket or you need to check in there, you've got an issue or something like that, you can go and talk to somebody there. Now we're just going to swing around here and we're going to see this TV screen that's on the wall, and this is just to confirm where you're playing, what gate it's at, what time it's leaving, etc. And here is the picture of the board without people walking in front of it, just so we can go over it and give you a little bit more of a close-up, so we can, show you how to read the board. So we are with Flair Airlines. So I'm going to circle the Flair right there. This is our flight. Our flight number is 2611. There you see it. Our destination is circle Toronto, Canada. That's where we are heading. Well, when's our flight supposed to take off? There it is, 12:45. That's when this plane is supposed to leave. Where do we check in? 21 to 26. That is our check-in desk. That's where we're supposed to go. Well, top left there you can see C section has 21 to 40 desks, so we're in the right spot, and our flight is on time. That's how you read the board. So now that we know how to read the board, we know that we're with Flair. We are going to section C, kiosk or desk 21 to 26. We know that from the board there. So there is section C. So we are heading this way because we know that Flair is in the C section. And what I'll do is I'll just give you a little picture of this sign. This is section C. We have Air Transat, Flair, Turkish Airlines. So if you are flying with one of those three or any of those, you are going to head into section C and look for your desk number. So, like I said, we are 21 to 26. Just going to take a little look around. So there are the washrooms, basically right at section C, if you want to go to the washroom. So when you come in the airport, there is a washroom right there at section C. But also in this area, you've got ATMs. You also have other ways to check in. So you might want to pull out some American money or some Canadian money or some European money so that when you get off the plane, wherever you're going, you have some money available, especially if you are going to be arriving somewhere late at night and they might not have an ATM or a bank available. So there is section C. We're going to be heading into Flair a little bit later on. I'm going to show you around the other sections just so you're familiar with them. And we're going to head over to D section and we're going to see what airlines are flying out of D. So let me just come on over here and I'll take a little picture for you. So Frontier, I think is an American company, and WestJet, I think that's a Canadian company. So kiosk number is 41 to 60. You'll be checking in there if you're with either of those two companies. So we've gone through A, which was a self-check-in. We went through B, went through C, and that's where we're going to be checking in. There is D. You can see it doesn't seem really crowded. It seems like a little bit down there at the end there with Frontier. And we're just going to head down a little bit farther and show you some food options. And we will be heading down to section E to see who's flying out of section E down here. There's an eatery here. It's called Guacamole Grill. Looks pretty good. Heard it was pretty good. So we're just going to have a look. There's another TV screen with all the information on it. So when you walk in, you are going to know whether you're in A, B, C, D, or E section, and you would just kind of check the board there to see if your plane's on time or where you check in or what your desk number is. Now we're going to proceed here to section E. This is the last section. I'll just give you a little picture of the two airlines. If you were flying, you would check in here. So Aero Mexico and Sun Country Airlines. If you're with either of those two airlines, this is the area you would be checking in. So we've got A, B, C, D, E. This is the last area. It's one big room. And all you do is you come in those front doors and you find out what your airline is, and then you're going to go to your section, and then you're going to see what number the kiosks and these little desks are, and you're just going to go and you check in. It is super simple to check in here in Cancun, Mexico. Now we've got this guacamole grill because there's been a lot of construction south of Cancun. So if you're coming in from the south of Cancun, sometimes you have to get there a little bit early because of the construction. Couple little drinks if you need to go to the bar a little bit early. Now I want to bring your attention to this sign right here. When you get to this area, you can see departures, and there's an escalator, okay, to the right. Now if you're leaving the airport, you'd go left. But we are going to be going right. There's the convenience store if you need anything before you want to get on the plane. And there's the escalator. So you have to go up this escalator in order to go through security. So this floor right here is basically about check-in. This is your check-in floor. And then you're going to go up this escalator and you're going to go through security, and then they're going to hold you to get to your gate. Now there's the visit tax. Most of us pay for that with our flight. Now I just want to peek around the corner. There is the elevator. Now if you need to get up there and you've got some strollers or something, people always ask me, where's the elevator? Well, there's the elevator. Now we're taking the escalator up here, and we'll show you where the elevator comes out when we get to the top of the escalator. So we are going to head up the escalator here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn around just to show you this check-in area, which is the one floor, is just one big room where you check in. That's all it is. It's just one big floor. 5 sections, A, B, C, D, or E, and you're going to be checking in one of those sections. When you come in that main door, it tells you whatever airline you're with, whatever section it is, you're going to go and you're going to check in there. It is super easy, super clean. Cancun Airport it's awesome.
If you have any questions, pop them in the comments section. I want to say thanks for walking along with me today in the Cancun International Airport. I'll say ciao for now. See you soon.